Well, that was a good lunch. Oh, a very good lunch. Time to get back to work. Alright, so I checked the plow. The plow's all set to go. I think I'm going to head on down there and make another field. I think 3 fields would be not bad to get going here. And hopefully in the meantime, my canola field will go ahead and at some point get ready for harvest, and we can sell that crop and maybe get enough cash to get a spreader to put down some lime and fertilizer on the fields that we do have, like that one there, and eventually the one that we're getting ready to make here. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, just a little square field in here wouldn't be too bad. Looks like an old road that went down here before. May choose some of that up a little bit, make into a field. I could go around that tree a little bit. That'd be kind of interesting. And then like come up and around here. I think that's what I can do. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's go do that. Alright, let me rotate the plow around. Let's see. Try to get it so I don't have to get mixed up with that rock. Kind of be like on edge there and kind of get it where those trees are there. Oh well, just put it down and hope for the best. That's all I can do. Yeah, so this is going to probably take up the rest of my afternoon. And hopefully with the money that the windmill makes us for putting power back into the grid, and also, like I said, that canola field, hopefully they'll be ready in the morning to harvest. And by then, maybe get a spreader for some lime and fertilizer. Yeah, it's a little bumpy around here. Maybe I should have checked that out before I went ahead and plowed it, but we're all fine. It will all work out the way it's supposed to. If anything is supposed to work out the way it's supposed to, who knows? Let's see, we got a nice field over there. I think I put soybean down. I kind of forgot already, even though it was this morning. I think it was soybean that we put there. Get some crop harvested and sold, start bringing some cash, start getting more equipment for the farm, and eventually, at the rate I'm going, I'm going to need a bigger tractor at some point with a little bit more oomph behind it. This is not too bad. This does have the horsepower to run the equipment that we do have. The plow is somewhat sometimes questionable. I guess if I had to wait for the front, that'd be a good thing, but we don't. But she seems to be pulling it okay. Because I think I'm going to be here a while, so I might as well start building up the farm. Like I said, run it like it was my own. Well, if I would run it like my own is, I'd be having fields everywhere, so more fields, more cash. That looks about right. And probably a tractor with a GPS on it wouldn't be too bad. That would make it just a little bit easier around here, but we have what we have to deal with. And I don't want to make the fields too big. Just not at the moment, because the equipment I have, it'll take me forever to get all these fields done. Although right now I have the time. I guess I suppose I could got out my chainsaw and start cutting down some trees to where I want to build the new log cabin. But I think priorities right now is to get some more fields in, to bring in some cash. I think this field should be decent. Yeah, that ought to work. So I got somewhat of an outline going here. I'll do one more headland, and then we'll start working up and down. Like I said, this should take me the rest of the afternoon. And I will have to work around that tree a little bit. But overall, I think the field will work just fine. I think. But like I said, put the nose to the grindstone here. Plow is down. Field's being made. Yeah, I don't know if I'll cultivate it this afternoon, because what I would like to do, if I can afford the spreader, I can put down a stage of fertilization down. And then cultivate it, lime it, and then when I seed it, it'll be a second stage. Looks like I'm going to finish this field just before the evening hours hit, which is good. I don't want to be doing this in the dark. A lot of farming I don't like to be doing in the dark. Got a few spots that I missed around here. Hate when that happens. Yeah, a tractor with some GPS on it wouldn't be too bad at all. But once the field is in, I don't have to worry about driving in a straight line too much. Not that I was trying to get it that precise. I don't really need square, rectangular fields. A field anywhere I think would be good. But just looking at the size of this field, this is definitely going to help out the farm, bring in some cash when it comes time for the first crop. Even more so if I can get some lime and fertilizer put down as well with it. I am going to need to take care of the surroundings around the tree. I got to get rid of all those weeds in there. I probably should take down the tree because trees will absorb a lot of nutrients and moisture out of the ground. But something tells me don't be cutting trees around here just yet. Don't know what it is, but I'm getting this vibe. This vibe that tells me don't cut down any more trees. Which is kind of a shame because I really would like to, because I need to build my log cabin. Although staying in that little outhouse, so not outhouse, but the dock area, hasn't been too bad. Just checking around here, making sure I haven't missed any spots. Yeah, I think our work on the farm is done for today. Oh, the weeds. I'm not hand weeding. I just can't do it. It's been a long day as it is. Let's go ahead and fold up. Nope. That's the wrong button. I want to... rotate that around. And then fold it up. Then we need to sneak it into this little corner here. Alright, detach the hoses. And at least put the cultivator away. I don't really need to cultivate the field. Our seed drill should be able to manage it, but anytime I plow a field, I feel like I probably should cultivate it first. It might be too much for the seed drill to handle. Alright, just put this in here, and I'll leave it attached because I don't know what I'm going to be doing first thing in the morning. I don't know if my canola field will be ready. Let me just have a look at this field here, make sure the crops are growing in here as well. Yes, they are. But just weeds everywhere. Weeds, weeds, weeds. Might be a while before I can afford a weeder. Let me just take a jaunt through the woods here and check on our canola field. Well, it's looking pretty darn good. Got some weeds in here, though. Only so much I can do without, you know, I'm not going to, I can't hand weed all these fields. It's going to hurt the crop yield a little bit. Not extreme amounts, but I'll have to take care of it at some point. Well, what I need to do now is, and I saw one inside this cabin somewhere, is there's a pot in here. I want to grab that, head down to the pond, fill that with water, and put it on the stove so I can get myself some drinking water. I don't have many groceries left. They're down there in the cupboard. Just to protect it from any mice or whatever. But I saw the pot somewhere. Don't know where, but I saw it somewhere. There it is. I mean, here is a water tower. What happens if I turn this on here? Well, I suppose it's going to fill that up. I have no way to fill up the pot that I have. Well, let's go down here. I mean, if they got a water tower here, I would assume that they were using the water for irrigating the crops or maybe feeding animals way back when. Don't know. Let me fill up this pot here. And we'll head back to the house, turn on the stove, boil up some water. At least I know it'll be safe drinking water, so I have something to drink, I don't know, in the morning or even at night if I get thirsty. Well, I know boiling water is supposed to help make it safe to drink. I just don't know how long it should be boiling for. I would say 5 minutes should be good. Then let it cool down. And luckily I saved those plastic bottles that he was bringing us before. So I'll just pour the water into that after it cools down. Well, with everything put away, I think it's probably time to call it an evening since it's 8 o'clock at night. Really kind of early, but nothing else I can do around here. The farm does have $17,253 at the moment. Yeah, I'm just hoping, well, the windmill's going to make us $250 an hour. Is basically bring us in. And hopefully in the morning that canola is ready for harvest. We can harvest that right away and go ahead and sell that. That might give me enough cash to buy a spreader and buy fertilizer and some lime for the farm. Let's turn the lights off. And head on over to my nice little recliner, I'm going to start calling it. Head to bed, wake up in the morning. Probably bright and early to start my day, because I think tomorrow is going to be a good day. This is a nice view. I cannot wait to get started on putting the cabin over there and having a proper place to sleep. I got up rather early this morning, right around 6 o'clock when it was dark out. I went on down to the chickens, and there were some eggs there. So I just grabbed about 3 eggs, came back, made some hard-boiled eggs on the stove, had some of that water, 3 eggs. Morning is ready. I came back over here and had breakfast over here, though, because it's just peaceful. It relaxes me, but it's time to get back to work. And the good news is our canola field is ready for harvest. What time of day is it? Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock, so that's roughly what time you probably should begin work. Unless you're, a real busy farmer, then you start right at daybreak. But we're just shy of 20 grand. So I'm hoping by the end of this harvest here today, or at least this morning, we'll have enough money to buy a fertilizer spreader. Time to do some moving some things around here. I think I left this attached. Alright. And we'll hook up the seed roll and just move that to the side. I'm hoping I got enough seed and fertilizer in there so I don't have to spend money on buying it. Don't need to hook up the hoses because I'm not really going to use it. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty well full from what I remember, and it looks like it's got a decent amount in there. So I think we're fine for now, so yeah, I think after the harvest we'll buy that spreader. Let me just grab the bigger trailer today. I don't think I really need the bigger trailer, but that smaller one is only going to hold 4,000. I may get a little bit more than that. And plus, I don't think I've really moved this trailer yet, so might be a good idea to do so. Make sure it's in all working condition here. Move her on out. And around here. Yep, crop is ready. Let's go ahead and uncover that as we need it. Now let's grab our New Holland combine. I want to make sure the hoses are attached today before I start. Yep, they're attached, so we're all good. Well, that's good to hear this thing purr. Yeah, the first time I went to fire it up, had a little bit of a problem with it, but then again, it hasn't run in years, so the battery it wasn't completely flat. It had enough to kind of turn over the engine, but it wasn't really giving a good enough spark to the engine to fire it up, so we had to use jumper cables that we found and use our favorite tractor to help fire up the thing. Beautiful combine that we have here. And let's unfold this. Put down the header. And let's hope that we have a beautiful, beautiful harvest here. Actually, because I'm getting kind of curious, canola. What's the price of canola going for? $7.38. All right. So if I can get like I need at least 4,000 liters. At least. And I don't think I'm going to get 4,000 liters. Who knows? Oh well, if I can't afford the spreader today, then we just have to move on without it. I mean, I'll be able to afford the spreader. I think the spreader I'm looking at costs just under $20,000. Then the problem is I have to buy, I guess I could buy the spreader, at least buy lime and get lime down on the fields. That will definitely help out. Just trying to gauge what the yield is going to be on this field. Now we do have 50% fertilizer. The field's been plowed, but it has weeds, and it hasn't been limed. So I'm getting like 300 liters on a pass, just about. Yeah, we'll just find out later on when the harvest comes to an end. Well, I'm starting to learn a few things about myself. I think I might have a little bit of OCD because these fields not being completely lined up and squared a little bit is kind of getting to me. So when I finally get a tractor with proper GPS on it and I can maybe get these fields a little bit straighter, I might be a little bit happier about it. Bugs me a little bit. So I learned something else about myself. And we aren't up to 1,500 liters in the combine, which is good. I'm really shooting for, when I said I'll hope for at least 4,000 liters, really what I'm trying to say is I'm looking for $4,000 from this field. So I probably am going to need 5,000 liters in total. I mean, I could store it and wait for the price to be better. If it does get better, I don't know. But when you need the cash, you just got to take what the market gives you. But I think the way it's looking, probably the best way to go is by the spreader. Top it off with some lime, because the lime is rather cheap. At least get some lime down on this field. I think lime counts for 15% yield. Or is it higher than that? Well, I just looked at my tablet and it's actually 15% towards your yield. So getting some lime down definitely would be a good thing. Even if it's only 5%, that's a good thing, but well, I don't quite think I'm going to get to 5,000 liters, but getting to 4,000 should not be a problem. So money-wise, I think we're going to be okay, but not enough to buy fertilizer to put down on our fields. But getting some lime down definitely is going to help us out. And I can get it down on 2 of our fields. The one that we just created, and this one that we're harvesting. The only thing is, I hope that that Claas tractor is still there with the front loader on it, because I may need that. I think when I buy some lime, I may have to load that into the spreader that way. And I don't know what he meant by run the farm like it's my own. Is my spending limit gone up from 25,000? Not that I'm going to be spending 25,000, but I'm going to be getting kind of close to it. Now it looks like I'm just harvesting weeds. Let's put the pipe out. And I guess it was a good call to bring on over the bigger trailer, because I don't think I can fit all this into the other trailer that we have. Would have been close. I think what I'll do while I'm doing all this, I'll put the order in for the spreader now. That way when I get down there, I might be able to pick it up. Well, I have placed the order, and it's brought in the farm money down to $312. But I was able to buy the spreader and a 2,000 liter pallet of lime, so hopefully that is enough for me to get the fields done. But I also got some cash when we get back here in a moment. Put the header on down by selling some grain, so I think it's all good. Let's head on down to the store. We'll sell this Does it have a 3-point? Oh, I should be able to hook up the spreader in the front so I can make my trips count. On to the store. Put some money back into the bank account. Well, here we are at the store. Let's go ahead and get our cash. I got told that we get the money would go right up, and it's showing right in the pad that it is going right up. So, yeah, 3,121. That's not too bad. Wow, that fertilizer spreader looks huge. Hopefully this will attach in the front. It does. Alright. It's still here. So is our seed bag. I forgot. I do have some seed here. I don't see anyone walking around, so, I mean, I got told don't expect to see anyone walking around. Probably should let the engine warm up a little bit, but I think it's fine. Try to get my hand perfectly on the lever over here. Did that cover this close on me? That's gonna automatically open. It's like magic. Will that take the whole pallet? I did not check the capacity of this spreader. It is the Kuhn. I may have just a little bit too much weight on that. That's the Kuhn Axis. It'll take lime and fertilizer. I don't think the engine's even going to get even warm on this tractor. They won't even know I even used it. But they're the ones that's leaving the keys in it. This tractor is probably begging for mercy right about now. Luckily I can raise it up and get it off the ground a little bit. That might be too much weight for this tractor, I don't know. But it's going to have to deal with it for a while. Let's put the cover back over the trailer. So we got our first new toy that I've actually purchased for the farm. Not the most fanciest of toys that I bought for ourselves, but it's definitely going to improve the yield on the fields. Not only can I put lime down, but later on, if I do have enough cash, I can put some fertilizer in it and even add more to it. I think on the way back I'll stop and see how the chickens are doing. I did check up on this morning. There were no boxes of eggs, but there were enough eggs for me to grab to eat. Well, let's stop on the way back here. And then I'll at least get the field that we just harvested limed. And then I'll probably seed that field first. Then I'll see what I got left for material and money. Then figure out if I want to fertilize the field that we just plowed yesterday afternoon before I put lime down. Oh, there is a box of eggs in there. And we got just a little over 40 liters of eggs. Hello, chickens. At least you're not making a mess yet. Be careful when we leave here. Don't want to run any of the chickens over. It hurts my eyes just looking at that soybean field, seeing all the weeds in it. Someday soon, I'll have a weeder, and we'll take care of the weeds when I can. The one thing I gotta figure out, though, I just realized, is I don't know if there's any narrow tires hanging around here, so I may have to buy some narrow tires for this tractor so I can work in the field after the crop is down. Alright, let's go ahead and detach the trailer. Let's see, if I hit the brakes hard. Now the tractor seems to be holding up pretty well. It's not going to tip forward. Of course, I say that now. I want to take care of this field first. I'll put lime down, then we'll seed it, and then we'll work on the field I just created. Oh, I'm not going to go through much slime at all. Watch out for the tree. Now it feels like I'm really farming. Beautiful. Actually, that happens so quick and easy. I think I'm going to go down and at least spread some lime down the other field. And I think I can fertilize it afterwards. Then if I cultivate it, then go to seed it, it should count as a second stage of fertilization. Looks like I'm going to have just enough to finish these 2 fields, which I'm fine with. It's further along than I thought I might get today. And now I don't have to lime these fields for another 3 harvests. And it's less lime that I have to take out in order to go down and fill up with some fertilizer. But man, I could really do with something to wash these vehicles with. And I just realized I also am kind of running out of space to put things. Yeah, it's a little dirty, but that definitely is going to improve our yield quite a bit here. Yeah, if I only had narrow tires, I would probably spread a little lime on this field, but I don't think I have any narrow tires, nor do I want to, because I think I'd rather buy fertilizer and put fertilizer down on the fields. I think what I'll do, I'm going to take a 1-hour break, grab my tablet, go into the cabin, and write down some numbers on a piece of paper and see what I can afford and what I should be doing for the next day or so here on the farm, because it's pretty crucial. I got 2 fields I need to plant. This will be ready for harvest probably tomorrow. So no more money coming in today other than that beautiful thing up there bringing in some cash. Yep, time to do some more planning.